Memes can be used to teach English? Really?
But my hope will never die.
Hey everyone, I'm a student in Ganesha University of Education. I'm 5th semester. My name is Putu Yoga Satya Pratama. Simply you can call me Yoga. Yes.
Your legs stretched out. Bend the right knee and place it on the left thigh. Repeat the same step with the other leg.
In this video, I will show that memes can be used to improve English competency. But how? For your information everyone, English has 4 skills, namely listening, reading, writing, and speaking. And since English becomes lingua franca in this 21st century, mastering English is very essential. Thus, mastering English will help you a lot to engage 4C in this 21st century. They are critical thinking, collaboration, communication, and creativity. Wait, I've been talking so much about it. Let us back to memes. I know you are familiar with memes, since it is very popular and famous on social media like Instagram, Line, Twitter, Facebook, and so on. So it is very easy to find memes, right? Or even you can search on the websites like onechak.com or 9gag.com. As a teacher, you can cover this kind of term through cooperative learning, especially TPS strategy, or think, pay, and share. TPS is developed in 1997. This kind of strategies focusing on students are able to collaborate with each other to solve the problems together. It requires 2 things. The first one is students have to think individually first, and then they have to find their peers and discuss with their peers or their classmates and sharing their idea to the classmates in order to engage their idea and improve their English, of course. This kind of things is developed by Flyman in 1997 with his colleagues, as stated in rocketmail.org. Since it is quite hard to be implemented on low level of education, I mean like elementary schools or even junior high schools, I highly recommend to implement this kind of strategy to senior high school or vocational high school students, because your goal will be more realistic. Especially in Indonesia, it would be nice if you implement or apply this kind of strategy to 11th grade students on material, asking, giving opinion. So here are the step-by-step of the implementation. The first one is, it should be in 2 meetings. In the first meeting, you have to make sure that your students have a knowledge about asking and giving opinion. You have to teach them about the structure, the general function, the language feature, context, and also the context. Second, show them some examples of memes to encourage them to making their own memes. You can be easily show the example of memes through laptop and also the creator. So again, you need laptop and also creator. Suggest them to make their own meme using applications like meme generators and also rate makers. Third, give them a task or the worksheet. Ask them to make their own memes to be submitted in the next meetings. In order to making their own meme, it will be improve their reading and also writing skills. Why? Before making their own memes, certainly they will be read some examples of memes. So thus, it will be improve their reading competence. And remember everyone, meme is contains of image and caption. So in order to caption the image, certainly it will be improve the writing skills, right? And the last is the form. In the second meetings, ask your student to prepare their presentation and prepare their memes. It is things. So here you can already use TPS strategy. Pairs. Ask your student to find 2 until 3 friends to discuss their works. In discussing their works, of course, they will be asked and also give their own opinions, their comments toward the other works. And last is share. After the discussion session, they have to present their work in front of the class to all members of the class. They already get comments from the prayer session. So I believe it will be very fun and interesting because this kind of strategy is enjoyable for them. Remember everyone, in the second meeting, they will be improved their listening and speaking competence. In discussion, they have to listen carefully the others' presentation or the others delivering their work. And second, in the presentation, it will be improve their speaking competency, of course. So thus everyone, this kind of strategy, think, pair, share, or TPS, will improve 4 skills in English at once, and also will improve 4C, like I said before: collaboration, creativity, critical thinking, and of course, communication.
Hey, that's pretty good.
So what about the assessment? Assess them by using authentic assessment, not the traditional one. Assess their process during the learning activity. They have done any hard efforts, right? So be wise. Do not give them any task anymore. This strategy, of course, has its advantages and also its disadvantages. So let us move to the advantages first. The first advantage is focusing on student centers. It's not only making them active, but also they are enjoyable and feel comfortable.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Because the activity is fun, of course. And second, give your students room to deliver their idea freely. They are talking with their friends, so they don't have to worry about their pronunciation, their vocabularies, and their grammar. The third one is, of course, improve their critical thinking and their creativity. So what about the disadvantages? The first disadvantage is, if you don't manage your time well, then it will be ruin your activity, because sometimes it takes long time. Second, for those who are usually use traditional way, they will feel uncomfortable because they have to speak a lot, they have to communicate a lot, and of course they have to think a lot critically. It will be risk both students and of course the teachers. So prepare well and see the condition and situation of students before you use this strategy. And that's all. Thanks for watching. That's cool, right? Have you ever think that meme can be used to teach English to your students? I don't think so, but now you know. Nice. If you have any suggestion, if you have any opinion, don't be shy. Just put it down on the comment section. And don't forget to like and subscribe my channels. I hope you learned something, and see you in the next video.